To see measurement of parameters, and in that we will discuss about high resistance measurement. The Wheatstone and Kelvin bridges we have discussed earlier, and Wheatstone bridge and Kelvin bridge cannot be used for measuring high resistances in the range of 100 or 1000 of mega ohm. It is often customary to find high resistances such as leakage resistance of capacitor, insulation resistance of a cable, or surface or volume resistivity of a material. It is difficult when a leakage current gets induced in the instrument or at the binding post connecting the component to the instrument or in the component under measurement. This leakage current depends upon the atmosphere, and hence it varies with the humidity condition. This undesired current may enter the measuring circuit and greatly hamper its accuracy. This is more profound in high resistance measurement where satisfactory deflection sensitivity requires high voltages. Hence, it needs to be dealt with effectively. For this, special circuit, which is called as guard circuit, are employed. For this special circuit, which is called as a guard circuit, are employed in the unknown resistance arm of the Wheatstone bridge as shown in the figure. So here you can see the figure. So it can be seen from the figure that a leakage current IL flows along the insulated surface of the binding post, and another current Ix flows through the unknown resistor. So here we can see this is the IL, that is leakage current, and it flows along the insulated surface of the binding post, and the current Ix flows through the unknown resistor. In the absence of guard circuit, the IL gets added to Ix In the absence of the guard circuit, IL gets added to Ix, resulting in significantly larger total circuit current than the actual device current. However, when a guard wire is placed in such a way that it surrounds the insulated surface of the binding post, it catches the leakage current IL and returns it to the battery. In this way, the leakage current cannot enter the bridge circuit and affects its measurement. Note that the guard wire must be placed such that the leakage current always meet some portion of it. The Wheatstone bridge, next part is guarded Wheatstone bridge, guarded Wheatstone bridge circuit. The Wheatstone bridge circuit, which consists of guard wire around the binding post of its unknown resistance Rx, is called as a guarded Wheatstone bridge. So here guarded terminal you can see. So the Wheatstone bridge circuit, which consists of a guard wire around the binding post of its unknown resistance Rx, is known as guarded Wheatstone bridge. However, it is equally applicable on any internal part of the bridge which suffer leakage. The other end of the guard wire is directly connected to the source battery terminal. Note that the wire should not be in contact with any other part of the circuit. The figure shows the basic configuration of guarded Wheatstone bridge circuit. As can be seen, a guard wire is connected to the terminal of unknown resistance Rx at one of its end and to the battery at its other end, which intercept the leakage current and send it back to the battery. Here we can see the guard wire, one terminal is connected at the end of, so guard wire is connected to the terminal of unknown resistance Rx on this end and to the battery on the second side. Now consider the next figure in which a three terminal resistance having a high resistance is used. Terminal P, that is the junction of ratio arm R1 and R2, terminal P is the junction of ratio arm R1 and R2, R1 and R2 is generally extended to the front panel of the instrument and considered as a guard terminal in order to eliminate the effect of external leakage current. This guard terminal is connected to the three terminal resistance guard terminal is connected to three terminal resistance which is mounted over two insulated posts which are tied up with a metal plate. The two main terminals of this resistance are connected to the terminal of unknown resistance Rx. So here these are the two main terminals. Of resistance are connected to the terminal of unknown resistance Rx. Two additional resistances Ra and Rb are connected to terminals as shown in the figure. These additional resistances represent the path of leakage current via insulating post to the metal plate or guard, and their common point is the third terminal of the three terminal resistance. This terminal is referred to as a guard point and is connected to the guard terminal on the front panel of the bridge. So here we can see the common point or common terminal of these two resistances is guard point, and it is connected to the guard terminal on the front panel of the bridge. The resistance Ra is connected the resistance Ra is connected to the bridge resistance R1 in parallel, but since Ra is comparatively much larger than R1, the shunting effect becomes insignificant. In the same way, resistance Rb is connected with the galvanometer in parallel. So this Rb resistance is connected with galvanometer in parallel. Due to high value of the resistance Rb, the shunt effect has no significance. However, it reduces the galvanometer sensitivity to some extent. Therefore, the external leakage path are eliminated using this circuit. It may be concluded that in the absence of guard circuit, leakage resistances Ra and Rb would be connected directly across the unknown resistance Rx, resulting in measurement errors. Now we will see resistance measurement using Megger. Megger or mega ohm meter is an instrument that is used to measure extremely high resistances such as insulation resistance of cable of the order of mega ohms. It is capable of measuring resistances with high potential or breakdown voltage. It is also used for testing purpose in electrical power system to test ground, short circuit and continuity conditions. It works on the basic principle that when two coils perpendicular to each other are suspended in a magnetic field, the resulting deflection depends upon the ratio of the coil currents. The figure shows the circuit of Megger. It can be seen from the figure that the circuit incorporates guard wire at its line terminal so that the leakage current may not produce measurement errors. The major elements of the circuit are an ohm meter, and a hand driven DC generator. The generator is meant to supply the current necessary for the measurements, while the ohm meter reads the value of resistance under measurement. The moving part of the instrument consists of two coils marked as A and B. So these are the two coils A and B, which are mounted on the same spindle such that they are perpendicular to each other. This arrangement is suspended in the magnetic field produced by the permanent magnet, where it is free to move as a single unit over the C-shaped core. As long as the generator is not supplying any current, the pointer is free to move and can point at any position on the scale. When an operating current is provided by the generator, it flows through coil B, which endeavors to settle down at an angle of 90 degree with respect to the field of the permanent magnet. If the test terminals are open, coil A does not carry any current. Hence, the movement of the entire moving element is controlled by coil B, which attains a position such that the pointer moves in a counterclockwise direction and indicates infinity on the scale. On the other hand, when the test terminals are short-circuited, a current starts flowing through coil A, which in turn generates a clockwise torque to overcome the torque generated by coil B. Now the pointer moves in clockwise direction and indicates a 0. Under such condition, resistance R is used. Resistance R is used to protect coil A against the excess current, while resistance R dash is used to protect the instrument. Now consider the case when an unknown resistance is connected between test terminals, earth and line of the instrument. Both the coil ends Both the coil tend to move the pointer in opposite directions, as a consequence of which the pointer rests at position where the forces of coil A and B are balanced. This position on the scale gives the value of unknown resistance. It should be noted here that any changes in the voltage affect coil A and B equally, and thus the position of the moving element of the instrument remains unaffected by such changes. So in this video we have seen the high resistance measurement by using guard circuit or guarded Wheatstone bridge circuit and guarded Wheatstone bridge with 3 terminal resistors, as well as we have seen resistance measurement with the help of Megger. In next videos we will discuss about measurement of earth resistance, and we will start the AC bridges. Thank you for watching this video.